All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol OCGN, Ocugen Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to go ahead and say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors, and to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video, and to stay tuned on in towards the second half of this video, guys. Right after we talk about everything going on here in this chart and the big news of Ocugen actually running and then collapsing, I want you guys to stay tuned because we're going to talk about the ticker symbol you want to add to your watch list, as well as the 50% plus opportunity that we had today. We had another home run over at the Discord, and if that's something that interests you, you're more than welcome to join us over at the Discord. The link is down below, and we look forward to having you join us, guys. We really do. We're already 100 plus members filled with smart, intelligent investors, all focused on the same goal: to maximize profits and minimize losses, guys. And this is what happens in many of the videos. You guys check out the chart analysis and then right after leave, right? And most of the time, this is where the money's at, guys. You guys are leaving money on the table. Now, I say this for the first-time viewers and investors, and also the viewers that are just finding this out, that I talk about stocks towards the end of the video that are setting you up to maximize profits. And I also talk about the home runs that are going on over the Discord, right? And that's why I want you guys to stay, so that you don't miss that opportunity or overlook that information. Because yes, the chart analysis is all you're looking for. I can't blame you. You're looking for the stocks you're invested in or you're doing research in. I make these chart analysis out of gratitude, but most of the time the stocks I'm really looking at and looking to build a position on are on the second half of the video, guys. So you definitely want to stay tuned for that, because that's where the money's at, and we're out here maximizing profits, minimizing losses. So all I ask for is 2 to 3 more minutes of your time after this analysis. So OCGN, I already made a video on it, and we talked about why it ran up, which was the emergency use approval that the CEO was working on. That news came out, right? And right after, towards the middle of the day, it started to lose traction and pull back. And it was going to pull back a little bit naturally, but not like this, right? So what happened was, which was a great thing too as well, being in the Discord, everyone was talking about it. I noticed that they were halting it. I didn't notice that it was because of the offering. Then we all talked about it. And I found this original post here of the files about the direct offering, guys. That's what pulled down this stock so hard. Now, could this direct offering be bad for the stock? I wouldn't say right away it's terrible, but it is something to be cautious of, because if there's an overreaction that continues into next week, this can pull down a little bit more. But just to take away the main part of this whole entire offering, it's going to be 100 million, right, in total, and the shares are going to be at $10 per share. So that's why we saw it kind of come back down to 10 and a little bit below it, and it ends on the 27th, guys. That's when the offering is expected to close. So it starts now, Monday, and then Tuesday, guys. We have until the 27th to see what's going to happen, and if it continues to pull down further beyond that throughout the week, or after the offering, it starts to pick up traction because the offering is over. But these stocks going into the market, and for Ocugen, it's not like a major dilution, because they did a $500 million stock offering in the past. I'll never forget, I made that video. I called it the news before the news, because I actually saw the filing before it was coming out, and they were saving to talk about it and make it public at one of their shareholder meetings back in February. But that $500 million offering actually pulled down the stock, not just because the overall market was falling, right? But it pulled it back down towards that date, came back up, then it fell back down, and then obviously it ran. And then in March, the big collapse, and we've been falling since, right? Not just in Ocugen, but the overall market. So this $100 million offering, though, is not being sold at a discount. If not, they call it a premium, because it's basically yesterday's levels of highs of the day, and it's higher than where it's been in the last few weeks. So it's not like they're doing an offering at around, let's say, $13 for all the way down here at $7 or $8. It was $10, right? That was how they started the day. But this run got eaten away in just a matter of hours because of this. So we're going to have to see how things play out Monday. We want to watch carefully if this breaks through the 50-day moving average, right? On the 30-minute, there's some room still. and the 30-minute is actually showing here 897 as the 50-day moving average, and that's probably the most important support right now. Now, for the bulls to break through higher resistance, yeah, they want to get back over $10 and then get towards 11.36, and then obviously all the way back up to $13 to continue hitting newer highs. But this stock right now is affected because of the $100 million offering, ends on the 27th, and it's being sold at $10 per share. So it just brought it right back down. So you could see here, it hit a low though of $9 and some change. That's why Monday is a concern. We want to watch it because it could probably have an overreaction and get closer to $9 again, maybe even $8 if things get that ugly. But right now we're sitting at $10 post-market, and if it could stay around that area moving forward or kind of bounce back from that, I think the momentum can possibly continue, but it's very high risk. And honestly, this stock has already had a big run, and an offering in the middle of the run kind of kills the momentum, but it can continue. I mean, this stock could go all the way up to $20 next week, but I think that the risk is really high at this point compared to where it was at $5, $6, and even now having an offering in the middle of all this, it's very interesting. And they're still waiting for EUA approval, right? Emergency use approval. So very, very important to be cautious, guys. Be mindful. I look forward to seeing your comments down below, how you feel about this. If you learned something new, don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell to not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community so they know the info as well. And guys, all I ask for is 2 to 3 more minutes of your time so that you guys know the home run of the day as well as the ticker symbol you want to add to your watch list moving forward. It's already picking up momentum. We want to watch and see if there's a consolidation, a pullback, but analysis ratings are pointing this one to the upside, so stay tuned. So the ticker symbol you want to add to your watch list is one that I've been talking about over at the Patreon for the last 2 weeks. It seemed to have hit a bottom for now. We don't know if that's exactly the bottom, but it seems like the bottom for now, and it's been running up and it's showing strength. We're going to talk about it in just a moment, but let me just show you guys the home run of the day. And if this is something that interests you, you can join me and the other members. We're 100+ members already over at the Patreon, and by joining, you can join the Patreon, the Discord, the links are down below for more opportunities like this, and most importantly, the community, guys. The community is filled with intelligent and smart investors, all looking to learn and grow together to maximize profits and minimize losses. So if this is something that interests you, you're more than welcome to join us over at the Discord. The link is down below. The tiers are filling up quickly, and guys, we are hitting home runs, and we've been hitting them every single day, guys. Not only that, but you can also learn through the process, right? You want to learn through these home runs. You don't want to just jump into it, right? There's high risk, and you got to understand the charts. But it's a great learning experience joining us, and there's so much to learn from each other and collectively as a community, guys. So if it's something that interests you, we look forward to having you join us. So the one I mentioned today that was a home run was SYPR. I said LMFA. This one gave us between 5 to 8%, and then it actually jumped and gave us almost 10% a few minutes after. But the one that really was a home run today was SYPR, guys. This one was at 360 when I talked about it. It had a lot of volume in the morning, and it actually started dipping, guys. It was looking a little bit, confusing for those investors that didn't know exactly what was going on in the charts. You have to pay close attention to your indicators. You want to pay close attention to volume and so forth. So when you see this, I mentioned it at 360, this is the best entry based off of the chart, in my opinion. Even 360 or anywhere close to it falling, and if it made sense, it was great. If you caught it at that bottom and sold at this high here, right there off the bat, that was 10 to 12% right there. Right off the bat, right there in that first little jump. And it seems small because of how big the jump turned out to be for the day. So this stock pulled back again. So if you got in here at this entry and you put a 10 to 5%, stop loss in your execution and it didn't get triggered, you were able to ride this up without any hesitation because your stop loss did not trigger. Even if you put it at the 360 mark, right? Let's say worst case scenario, you got in somewhere around here and you put a 10 to 15 stop loss, right? Not 5 to 10%, but if not 10 to 15 stop loss to be triggered if it does fall a little bit. and it fell down a little bit, but it didn't fall into that area. You were able to ride this up and get your 10% here, or even just kind of, stomach through it all if you felt that there was a bigger opportunity coming, and rode it up to this 50+% opportunity. So for the day, it was 55% up from way down here, but from here up, it was more than 50%, guys. And for the whole day, it was almost 100%. It was like around 80 to 90%. This was the biggest home run we've hit so far in this month within just a few hours. So if this is something that interests you and you want to become part of the group, you want to become part of the community, we look forward to have you join us. And the community, guys, like I'm telling you, is filled with smart, intelligent investors, and we look forward to have you join us and become part of it. So let's go ahead and talk about the ticker symbol I want you guys to add to your watch list, and it's Plug Power, guys. This stock has been beat down hard. Could it go any lower from these areas? Possibly, if things continue to look not so bright for the S&P 500, and then the fears that are coming about the tax hike and then also inflation, they can pull back a little bit more. But at the end of the day, we've been watching it, and it hit a low here close to $24, and that's something we were looking for over at the Patreon. I mentioned it this weekend. I mentioned it last weekend, and this is a stock I've mentioned here on YouTube before as well. And since it's actually showing strength and pushing upwards, like newer highs, newer lows, newer highs, this is a stock you want to start watching and paying close attention to for either a consolidation, right, or a pullback again, and looking for the next opportunity. You want to do research on this company. You want to understand this company and what it is that they really do, right? We only invest in stocks we understand, but this is definitely a stock to start doing research and having on your watch list, because the upside potential based off of analysis ratings is pretty good to the upside. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.